Well, so and then when later in life, did your parents did they care if you went to school, where you went to school? Like, how was that choice made?
Yeah.
I'm sure you applied to a few schools, right?
Yeah, they were always encouraging. They always gave me enough space to kind of do my own thing and figure
Yeah.
it out. And I think they're proud of how I ended up and happy that I ended up moving back to Bangor too. But they never
Yeah.
really pressured me overtly. I think going to college was always an unsaid thing that
Yeah.
was going to be part of my plan.
Well, also you have a different brain than me. You have a math brain. I have
Well, I don't
more
know
of an
about that.
art brain. So for me, I was just
Yeah.
like, school's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
And also film and TV, like it's for me, it's just more advantageous to go work on a show than go
Yeah.
to film school for 4 years. But
Yeah.
if I was going to be doctor, lawyer, accountant, work at a bank like you do, then yes,
Yeah.
I don't want to be misconstrued here. If anybody's listening, go to college. I'm not saying don't go to college. Go to college. But and the other thing that I wanted to bring up about Harvard, because I even questioned whether I was going to ask him, like, that sounds so, oh, did you go to Harvard? You know, I was listening to an interview with Conan O'Brien, who also went to
Yeah.
Harvard, and he was saying that after a while it gets annoying because people do that to, like, oh, you're so important, you went to
Yeah.
Harvard.
Yeah.
So that being said, are you happy you went there? Would you do it again? Your kids, are you planning for them
Yeah.
to be Ivy League, or what are you going to say for
No,
advice?
I don't have any plan for them. I hope that they'll go to college. I mean, who
Yeah.
knows what college will be like at that point and how much
Yeah.
it will cost. And I think
cost is the big thing.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, I think there's this really healthy push towards trade schools and community college, and I always feel like people don't take me seriously when I say that because it's hard to go
Yeah.
to Harvard and have that attitude and not come across kind of smug about it. But
Yeah.
Eastern Maine Community College, for example, right in this community, you can go for a fraction of the cost, if not free, through financial aid and scholarships
Yeah.
and different things, and you can get a really good education in
Yeah.
a trade and come out and make good money.
Yeah, I actually, when I got done with the job, and it was right when I moved back from New York, and I went to Penobscot Theater and ran into my friend Orson, who was a professional carpenter. And it was like the day I'd quit my other job, and I said, hey man, like, do you need any help? And he's like, yeah, guy quit yesterday, come on in. So I apprenticed with him for a year, and I think he paid me like 12 to 15 bucks an hour or something like that, which was already great,
Yeah.
right? But then after a year, I branched off and did my own carpentry and was making $30 to $35 an hour, and I was kind of just blown away because my
Yeah.
whole life, whether I was in LA or New York, working acting gigs or whatever, bartending to get by, I was like, oh, as a skilled tradesman, I can make 35 bucks an hour. That's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You know, and people forget that.
Yeah, and you can get a 2-year degree from the community college and then transfer in as a junior to the University of Maine or Husson right now. It sounds like I'm like on a soapbox for Eastern Maine Community College right
No, that's
now,
good.
like pitching their program.
Honestly,
but-
this whole episode is gonna be pro Bangor. I think people knew that. Yeah,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as cliches, I said this to Jenna.
Yeah.
The meaning of life is to be happy.
Yeah.
Right. So when I'm talking negative about school, it's not that if somebody's happy going to school, like, there are people that's their whole thing. Like, they
Go
want
to
to go to
school
grad.
forever.
Yeah, they want to go
Yeah.
to school forever, be masters and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's more that I see, like, my own siblings have, I won't say the exact amount because I get mad, but they have a lot of school debt.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I think about even just the debt I have on my own, having worked through school and paid it off as I was in school, I can't imagine having school debt on top of that. Like, it's really
Yeah.
a crippling, tough thing. So that's kind of more where
Yeah.
I'm coming from.
I feel
with
like
that.
society is shifting a bit on that because
Yeah.
people have so much debt and you can get a good education for less. And I mean, obviously, I can't. This is what people will say. It's kind of smug. A Harvard degree is obviously worth a lot in the workforce, in the marketplace.
Yeah.
A community college degree has sometimes been looked down upon, but I feel like that attitude is changing a bit, and
Yeah.
that will be perceived more valuably over time.
Yeah.
I hope so, anyways.
You just watched a segment of the show Chasms of the Mind. To see the full episode, click the link below.